Yes, good evening student. We already discussed about the transport of food and minerals in the plant. More than the half chapter we discussed in the previous videos. And today we are going to discuss about the rise in cell sap. You can see here, this is the root hair cell is shown here. The concentration of water in the soil is more than the inside the cell. So in the root here, the cytoplasm, the cell sap is more concentrated, so water move from the soil inside the cell. Then the concentration of water in the root hair cell become more, and then the adjacent cells like this. Then it move to the next cell, a cell. Then from the a B, from the B to C, and then to the xylem vessel. Like this, the water move to the upward part of the plant. Okay, this is called the ascent of sap basically. So when the root hair cell is fully turgid with the water, then the concentration of water is higher in the root hair cell. Then it move to the next cell. Then concentration of water become more in this cell, then B, then C, then the xylem vessel. With the help of the xylem vessel, the root hair cell, basically root hair move to the upward part of the plant, and here the water, the transpiration from the stomata take place. Basically the water from the stomata evaporate in the vapor form. So the water evaporate for here. The plant is just like with the help of the root here, it's sucking the water from the soil and pushing it to the upward to the xylem vessel, and xylem vessel push the water to the upward part of the plant, to the aerial part of the plant. So transpiration is responsible for the upward conduction of the water. Okay, so we know that the transpiration is a phenomena in which the water, loss of water in the vapor form from the aerial part of the plant. So the more the transpiration take place, the wilting of the plant will take place. आपने देखा ही है कि if the जैसे अभी समर डेज चल रहे हैं तो प्लांट क्या है, विल्ट हो जाती है, पत्तियां मुरझा जाती हैं. ओके, तो पत्तियों के मुरझाने का कारण क्या है, विल्टिंग, मोर वाटर लॉस फ्रॉम द वाटर फ्रॉम द एरियल पार्ट ऑफ द प्लांट. ओके, हियर यू कैन चेक, this is shown here. We can demonstrate by this experiment, we can demonstrate the process of transpiration. You can check the transpiration take place only in the potted plant, where the potted plant is there. There are two conical flasks are shown here in which the plant is, rooted plant is here, but here no plant, but both of them containing the cotton plug. Why cotton plug is there? To prevent the evaporation. Okay, now in this container, in this conical flask, the roots absorb the water and push it to the upward part of the plant, and from here the evaporation take place. So by this evaporation, the water will absorb. After few hours, 24 hours, we can check that the level of the which a conical flask will be become down, but this level will be remain same. So this show the transpiration take place through the leaves. Okay, the next you can check here, we can check that the water is given off with the during the transpiration. Okay, here we can be polythene bag, we just wrap a polythene bag near the potted plant, and now we keep in the sunlight. After few hours, what we will check, there the water droplets we can see here. This also we can see when we buy vegetable or fruits, and we put it these all in the polythene bag and keep aside in the kitchen. Then after few hours, you can check that the inside the polythene bag, the water vapors, the water droplets clearly seen. So this show the transpiration. Okay, the factor affecting the transpiration, there are many factors which affect the transpiration. Basically you can see that, you can check that intensity of light, more the intensity of light, more will the transpiration. Okay, because the stomatas will open at that time. More the temperature, more will be the transpiration. Wind, more the wind velocity, more will be the transpiration. Humidity, if the more humidity is in the air, then transpiration will be low. Okay, it reduces the transpiration. Humid air basically can't carry more vapors in it. Okay, so availability of the water, if the more water is available in the soil, so more will be the transpiration, but if less water is there, then less transpiration is there. What is root pressure? Root pressure is a pressure basically by which the roots absorb water and push it into the upward part of the plant. Here you can check, this is experiment is given over here. here the water, the roots absorbing the water, and here you can see the initial level was this. In the capillary, the initial level is this water, but then the roots absorb water and push it into the upward part, and the level become here. Okay, so this show the upward conduction of water take place. The roots absorb water and create pressure, so due to that pressure the water rise in the capillary tube. Okay, and here the active transpiration, this is a very important one. Active transport is totally opposite than the osmosis and diffusion. As we know, in the case of osmosis, the movement of water from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, but here is opposite. Movement of nutrients, minerals from their lower concentration to the higher concentration. As you know, in the root hair cell the more minerals are already present, but in the soil less minerals can be there, may be there, but the minerals, the plant have to absorb the minerals. So by using the concentrate gradient, by using the energy, the plant will absorb more and more salt, more and more minerals. Okay, so here the active transport is a phenomena in which the here the movement of minerals, basically molecules, basically from their lower concentration to the higher concentration by using ATP, energy currency of the cell. Okay, then minerals in the plants, then there are two kind of essential minerals. There is total 16 essential minerals we know about that plants require, and minerals are of two kind, macro and micro. Micronutrients are nutrients that required by the plant in a large quantity, like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. It required in a large quantity. But micronutrients are those nutrients which required in a trace quantity, in a small quantity. Plant को थोड़ी से ही चाहिए वो. So they are the micronutrients. Choline, copper, and boron are there. Okay, so why the minerals are important? Minerals are very important for the growth and development of the plant, for the nutrition plants के लिए, and then it create the also it induce the reproduction of the, in the case of the plant, deficiency disorder may be developed, as in case of we are deficient to minerals, so they create some deficiency diseases disorders. Here same in the case of the plants it can be happen.